today's lecture pun nanti saya akan upload ke Google Classroom. I just recorded, saya lupa. Alright, and also furniture. Furniture 1 year how much? Furniture pun sama sebab sekarang ni dia dapat tak sampai 1 year. So bila dia dapat benefit tak sampai 1 year, kita kena kira ikut bulan lah. Yes, so you either kira macam ni or you kira terus 300 or you want to calculate 3,600 darab 3/12 pun boleh, you will get the same answer. Furniture setahun how much? Okay, 3360 untuk 1 year So sekarang dia dapat 5 months sahaja.
Hi doktor.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Doktor,
No
yang
problem.
K tu kan, dalam soalan dia ada bagi tahu yang 1/3 was related to office use. So
Yes.
kalau macam tu, macam mana nak kira doktor? Sebab dalam pengiraan tu tak ada.
Yes, okay, I know. I have
Okay.
that, I get that. Thank you for asking. Okay,
Okay, thank you,
untuk
doktor.
ayat tu, this is just to get you confused, you know. Because why? If you remember, kita ada pernah buat soalan whereby you have the travelling allowance, remember? Dia ada satu, that particular person boleh dapat car benefit. Another scenario is that dia boleh dapat travelling allowance. So if you remember, bila dia dapat travelling allowance, the travelling allowance ataupun the travelling expenses yang dia boleh claim untuk deduct the taxable amount tu only related to office use. So this statement ni sebenarnya 1/3 was related to office use ni tak ada makna kat dalam cerita ni. Okay, so the usage of the car tu, if you get a car benefit, you will get a car benefit, kita tak payah apportion ikut berapa persen dia pakai for office use. Kalau dia dapat kereta, kita hanya apportion ikut bulan sahaja. And kita ikut the age of the car. Like what we have here, dalam soalan ni, what I give you here is a car, more than 5 years. So bila more than 5 years, kita kena divide by 2. And dia guna tak sampai 1 year. This 2 is the only information that we need in calculating the car benefit. Berapa persen dia pakai untuk office use tu not relevant. Itu hanya relevant kalau dia ada travelling allowance. Boleh? Alright, so I hope you get this sebabnya this is to get you confused je. This means nothing dalam ni kalau ikutkan 1/3 was related to office use. Sebab sekarang ni dia tak dapat travelling allowance. Because if you remember, sometimes orang tu dia tak dapat car benefit but dia dapat travelling allowance kan. So this information is related to travelling allowance, not untuk car benefit. Car benefit, you must remember information yang kita perlu untuk car benefit is 1, how old is the car? 2, how long dia dapat kereta tu. And 3 is the fuel lah. Sometimes it is mentioned in the question, dia kena tanggung sendiri. So there is no fuel provided. Here dalam ni dia tak ada mention apa-apa. Bila tak ada mention, kita automatically kita terus kira dengan minyak dia je. Okay? If it is not mentioned, then you plus the fuel. Alright, so I hope I answer your question. So ignore the 1/3 tu. Tak ada apa pun kat situ. Just nak kacau your calculation je. You don't have to darab 1/3 pula. No need Alright, so that's all for 13.1b. Let's move on to 13.1c. Alright, 13.1c, you jawab macam saya jawab tak? Kita tengok dulu the answer. Sama tak? Sama. Okay. Ada yang tak sama? Lain Alright, never mind. Okay, yang sama, okay, very good. Yang tak sama, don't worry. Kita boleh tengok dekat sini Alright, so here, for the accommodation, we have 2 items. Satu dia dapat, which is my question. Alright, first of all, dia mula-mula, dia kata dekat sini, dia dapat hotel. Right? And second one, lepas dia duduk dekat hotel 1 bulan, dia dapat fully furnished living accommodation. Fully furnished tadi kita dah guna dekat 31B sebab tu kita dapat 3360 tu sebab dia dapat fully furnished. Kalau semi furnished, value-nya lain And then here we know the company paid rental 2350 which include 350 furniture and then dia pula kena bayar nominal rent of 100 So this is what we should do. Alright, define value 2000 times 6. Kenapa saya times 6? Alright, first of all, where do I get this 2000 times 5? Okay, I know why. Where do I get this 2000? Mana kita dapat 2000 ni? Yes, correct 2350 kena minus 350 So you must not forget that bila kita calculate define value ni dia mesti figure unfurnished. So sekarang kita tahu tadi rumah dia furnished dan dia dapat furniture bernilai 350, right? So 2350 minus 350 you will get 2000. Alright, kenapa dekat sini saya darab 6 tapi dekat bawah ni saya darab 5? Anyone? Kalau tengok dia dapat rumah tu bila? Look at here, dia dapat rumah tu bila? Dia dapat rumah in August. Tapi dia join company in July. Alright? Bila kita nak kira define value ni beza dia bila when we want to compute the define value, the define value ni, the first step ni, our first step, the define value 6 ni, saya darab dengan 6 because apa jawab tadi? Yes, kerana you're right. For the define value, kita akan ambil berapa lama dia kerja dekat company tu, regardless of bila dia dapat rumah tu. Now he got the house in August, but he works in syarikat warna in July. So July until December 6 months So untuk define value we multiply by 6 dulu dapat 12,000. Or so ini kita semua tahulah kita akan ambil the lower figure kan. Alright, so we will take the lower figure 30% times 13,200. This is from section 13.1. So nampak tak? If you combine, you dapat figure ni salah lah because you combine dengan company yang dia dah berhenti tu. Because sekarang ni rumah dia dapat when he works with syarikat warna bukan dengan syarikat yang first tadi tu. Right? So 30% times 13,200, 3960, kita akan ambil the lower. So the lower figure is 3960. Tapi the value of the accommodation kita tak boleh ambil 3960 sebab dia bukan duduk for one year dia hanya duduk for 5 months. Okay, so 3960 times 5, 3300. Here, kalau dia duduk 6 bulan, let's say the employment dengan rumah yang dia dapat tu same date. So ni kita tak perlulah. Sekarang ni kita perlukan yang ni sebab dia kerja 6 bulan tapi rumah dia dapat 5 bulan. Boleh faham? If you have any question, boleh terus tanya je. Kita nak nanti balik alamak confuse lah. Kenapa ni 6, kenapa ni 5? Alright? Boleh Lagi sekali. Lagi sekali yang mana tu? Kenapa ni 6, kenapa ni 5? Alright, so this 6 month, ini sebab this is the employment dia dengan company tu. Alright, again, bila you calculate the defined value, the defined value ni, this is your first step. Defined value mesti ambil employment date. Which means dia kerja dengan company ni is in July. Alright, so July until December is equivalent to 6 months. Betul? Okay, so the employment date dia July until December, which is 6 months. Sebab tu kita ambil 6 dekat sini. So dia dapat 3960. Tapi rumah tu dia tak duduk for 6 months. Dia hanya duduk baru 5 bulan sebab rumah dia dapat in August. Dia kerja dekat company tu Julai, rumah dia dapat in August. So August until December is only 5 months. So kita tak ambil 12 sebab ini 3960 ni bukan value untuk 12 bulan. 3960 ni value untuk 6 months. So kalau rumah dia dapat in Julai, kita tak perlu buat macam ni. Sekarang rumah dia masuk in August walaupun dia kerja dengan company tu in Julai. Boleh? Boleh faham tak ni? 5 dengan 6 months ni? Boleh Alright, okay. What about the rest? Okay Sebab dia nampak sikit but bila you salah letak the numbers ni, dia akan lari lah dekat sini. So be very careful with the month. Alright, okay, good. Okay, ini tadi satu Remember tadi saya kata dia dapat rumah dengan hotel So untuk hotel, this is the calculation for hotel, 3% times section 131A. So times 1/6 lah. Sebab hotel dia hanya duduk 1 bulan. You cannot buat 1/12 sebab dia kerja dekat company ni baru 6 bulan, bukan 12 bulan. Okay, dia kerja baru 6 bulan. So untuk accommodation ni kita kira based on 6 months. Alright, so that would give us 3330 plus 66 tambah this one kita tambah sebab dia ada dua accommodation. 3366. So that will give us a gross income of 61566. And then dia ada membership fee. Remember dia kata dia bayar membership untuk MICPA. MICPA is mentioned as Institute of Certified Public Accountant. Itu dikira sebagai professional subscription. So professional subscription kita boleh tolak untuk reduce our adjusted income. To reduce our tax payable lah. Tapi kalau dia kata membership bayar untuk gym, bayar untuk club, whatever recreation club tu, itu tak boleh tolak Itu you kena baca buku. Kenapa ada certain membership kita tolak, certain membership kita tak boleh tolak. Here kita boleh tolak because this one is the membership untuk MICPA, professional body. So professional subscription kita boleh tolak. Alright, and also nominal rent. Nominal rent pun boleh tolak sebab tadi kalau kita tengok dekat atas ni, the employer bagi dia rumah but dia kena bayar nominal rent kan, dia kena bayar sikit untuk rental tu. 100 per month. So dia dah bayar nominal rent dia untuk 5 bulan, kita boleh tolak kan. So amount that we can deduct is 1816. That will give us adjusted income of 60750. Any question? Sepah dah saya penting. Ada soalan? Kita tengah digest lagi the solution. Yes, hotel 3%. Hotel bukan 30 Accommodation rumah lain dan sebagainya tu 30. Hotel 3. What about hostel? Hostel, how many percent is hostel kalau kita nak calculate? Ingat tak? I know employment income ni kita dah tinggal lama sebab kita buat employment income masa kita kelas face to face lagi. Yes. Okay. 3%. Membership tak? Membership untuk 131B you do not get confused. 131B dia dapat duit tu. Sekarang ni dia kena bayar sendiri, bukan company bayarkan. Kalau company bayarkan dia akan naik dekat atas. Sekarang ni bukan company bayarkan, dia bayar sendiri. Itu beza So the benefit ni kalau dia bayarkan, dia boleh claim kat bawah ni. Kalau company bayarkan, dia akan jadi income dia lah. Naik dekat atas section 31B. Sekarang in the question mention that dia bayar sendiri the membership fees tu. So dia boleh tolak dekat sini. While hotel 1/6, kita ambil untuk accommodation kita ambil tempoh dia kerja dekat company tu. Tempoh dia kerja dekat company tu. So tempoh dia kerja dekat company is 6 months. Tapi dia duduk dekat hotel 1/6. Kita tak boleh kira 12 So our calculation define value kita pun dah kita darab dengan 6. Kita tak darab 12 kat atas ni. You can check our previous exercises. Kita buat setahun so kita darab tahun. Ada beza calculation dekat situ. The employment tu penting. Dalam section 131C ni, the important information is the employment date. Okay. Sekarang employment date dia Julai until December. Dia tak sama dengan 131B Kalau you tengok 131B kereta kita ambil 12. Because kereta, the benefit ni kita diberi annual value. Okay. Untuk accommodation dia bukan annual value, accommodation dia ikut month. Kalau kereta atau gardener or furniture dia ikut dia bagi annual value, so kita kena kira berapa bulan dia kerja. Untuk accommodation dia tak ada annual value. Kita terus darab dengan berapa bulan dia dapat the accommodation tu. Kita Mahan ambil mana? Sendiri tanya sendiri jawab. 131A, this is the formula. Itulah. Kau tanya mana dapat ni. Check your notes. Ini datang dari section 131A. Ya. Yeah. Sama dengan hotel. Ulang balik dari annual value yang mana tu? Sekejap, saya padam sikit. Okay. Alright, this one yang saya circle ni, tadi siapa tanya mana dapat 13200 tu. This is the formula yang ni tak nak tolong lah. This is the formula. 30% and 3% is the formula. So 13200 you get from here. From our section 131A. Total bukan 12,000, bukan 1,200. Total from your section 131A. Annual value, okay. This one. Untuk 131B, value yang kita dapat is annual value. Sebab tu kalau you tengok dia dapat kereta 4 bulan, kita buat 4 divide by 12. Kita tak buat 4 divide by 6. Kita buat divide by 12. Because the benefit diberi is annual. Dia terus kira 12 bulan. Sama dengan gardener, kita diberi amount of 1 tahun. Furniture kita dapat amount untuk 1 tahun. But untuk accommodation tak ada annual value. Accommodation kita bergantung pada 131A and the formula is 30%. And for the defined value, nampak? This is the difference. Kalau benefit of car tadi dia ada annual value, setahun ada nilai dia. But untuk accommodation tak ada annual value. So dia dah bagi 2,000, dia dah bayar sewa sebulan kan? Accommodation ikut bulan. Sebab rental kita bagi ikut bulan, kita tak bagi rental setahun. Even you dapat setahun pun you kena proportion lah cari untuk 1 bulan. Boleh, Haikal? Ada soalan lain lagi? Tak perlu. Kalau dah naik dekat atas sebagai income, sekarang ni you do not get confused apa yang kita kira sekarang ni. No need. Apa yang kita kira sekarang ni is actually income je. Ada yang tanya saya hari tu, adakah ini amount of tax yang dia kena bayar? No, this is the income. We are talking about income here. Pendapatan dia, berapa banyak income yang akan di-charge untuk dia bayar tax. So here, kalau kita tengok balik the concept, kalau company bayarkan itu dah dikira benefit. Betul tak? Because 31B is benefit in kind. Kalau company bayarkan, dia akan duduk dekat atas ni. Tapi tak perlu tolak dekat bawah lah. Sekarang ni dia bayar sendiri. Sama dengan travelling allowance and travelling expenses. You check our previous exercise. Yang kita ada dekat atas dia dapat travelling allowance. Dekat bawah kita tolak travelling expenses. Itu kena check balik. But for the membership fee, kalau company bayar, tak perlu tolak dekat bawah. Sekarang ni dia yang kena bayar. Dia bayar sendiri but he can claim. Sebab tu income dia will reduce. Kalau company bayarkan, that would be taxable lah. Company bagi dia benefit, company bayarkan the fees untuk dia. Okay, any other questions? Because in your textbook ni, kalau you tengok page 111 ni, the adjusted income for employment tu, dia explain lah dekat situ, the nominal rent, the entertainment expenses, the travelling expenses, initial cost, fees to professional body, purchase of journal, cost of attending conferences, legal fees, club membership, banyak dekat situ page 111 and above. So you boleh baca lah apa yang kita boleh tolak dekat bawah selepas kita dapat gross income tu. Any other questions sebelum saya proceed to soalan lagi satu? Kita ingat, I think kita ada buat satu soalan on the membership fees tu. Ini okay because saya tak ada letak the leave passage lah. Remember kita ada leave passage juga kan? Ini kira soalan pendek je. So for employment income it can be very long. Dia boleh kerja, dia boleh retire, dia boleh buat kerja lain. Alright, yes, tak perlu tolak kat bawah. Okay, so if you have no question, kita tengok next question. Saya tak sure saya share window or I share the... I'll share with you the solution later. But at least for now, you get the idea kat mana yang salah. All those yang betul tu, very good. At least, because it is important for you to understand the concept, what belongs to 31A, B and also C. Alright, next question is Nobita tu. Alright, so this one is on non-business income. So this Nobita works as a management consultant with Doremo Consulting Sdn in Johor. January was transferred to PJ for the year ended 31 December 2019. He was provided a salary of 72,000, bonus 12,000, Proton car costing 72,000, and Nobita is expected to maintain the car at his own expense. Alright. Bought a terrace house, hired an agent, tenant was found, realty agent was paid a fee equal to 1 month's rent. Tenant and Nobita signed a 1-year agreement to be effective from 1st March 2019. Payment of a security deposit equal to 4 months rent payable upon signing of the agreement and monthly rental payable per quarter in advance. In January, Nobita paid quick rent assessment as below, ada quick rent, ada penalty. He received 10,000 dividend income and also interest income from Malaysian bank. So you have to compute the total income. Okay. Alright, so again, we have Nobita here. So the name, jangan lupa every time you answer you must have the name and also the tax computation for year assessment 2019. Kalau kita buat 2018, 2020, I just put the year. Alright, so we start with, kalau tadi the first question is only on employment income, but here kita tahu kita dah ada non-business income. So we have employment income, section 4B, and we start with section 31A. Dia ada salary 72,000. This is very straightforward sebab the focus is on non-business income, bukan on employment income. So saya terus bagi straightforward dia salary and bonus 12,000, 84,000, and then dia dapat car benefit 2,400. Sini kita tak tambah fuel sebab it is mentioned in the question, macam saya kata tadi sekarang ni dalam soalan ni kata expected to maintain the car at his own expense, which means no. Boleh? Yang tadi tak ada ayat ni. Bila tak ada ayat ni kita terus kira car and fuel benefit. Bila ada ayat ni you don't have to include the fuel, sebab tu kita ambil 2,400 sahaja. Okay? Boleh? Nanti tanya saya pula, kenapa 2,400 je tak tambah fuel? Sebab ada ayat kat atas tu kata tak payah, tak ada. Dia kena maintain sendiri kereta tu. Alright, so the gross income from employment is 86,400. I hope semua dapat dekat sini betul. And then kita move kepada, kita dah masuk non-business income. You tak letak pun tak apa the non-business income ni. You just write ikut section je. Alright, so under section 4C, we have dividend and also interest. Exam. Oh, you nak letak dash pun boleh, nak letak nil pun boleh. I will not penalize you apa benda yang you tulis, but you have to write down the dividend and also the interest. Jangan tinggal je terus section 4C tak ada tulis apa-apa, no. There will be marks for this. Untuk item ni ada markah. Okay. Next one, let's move on to section 4D, rental. Okay. Tak sama sebenarnya. Macam dividend memang interest memang exempted, dividend memang exempted, interest tu some not. Actually satu tulis exempt, satu tulis dash ni, tapi tak apa. Both tak sama. Kalau exempted tu maksudnya you tak perlu bayar langsung. Kalau nil tu it can be ada saya terbalik. Kalau you write nil maksudnya tak perlu bayar langsung. Exempted tu maksudnya you somehow in some cases you kena bayar juga. But dapat exemption. Macam kita kira exemption untuk gratuity tu kan. So exemption dia 1,000. So ada amount. Tapi kalau kita letak nil maksudnya there is no amount at all. But here to make your life easier saya letak exempt je. Senang. Okay. Tak nanti nak tengok mana nak tulis exempt, mana nak tulis nil. To answer your question Amir, tak sama. Alright, but in our case saya tak kisah. Macam tu. Right. Okay, rental income. Did you get the same amount like my answer here for your rental income? Okay. Rental income monthly is 1,500. Saya tak tahu kenapa ada yang salah faham. Dia ingat 1,500 tu kena bahagi quarter. No. Monthly rental is 1,500. This is your monthly rental. So dia kata payable per quarter in advance. Satu quarter berapa bulan? 3 bulan. Yes. Right. So here dia ada deposit kan? Mana tadi? Is deposit taxable? Security deposit. Is deposit taxable? Deposit masuk tak? Deposit tak masuk in our calculation, hanya rental income and advance rental. So here we do not have the deposit, we have the rental for 10 months and advance rental another 2 months. So dia bayar per quarter, dia bayar per quarter, jadinya ini untuk tahun depan punya January until February. Deposit tu not taxable pun. Kalau nak tulis pun tak apa, tak tulis pun tak apa. Tak payah letak pun tak apa. So dia bukan exempt, dia not taxable. So not taxable kita tak masuk dalam pun tak apa. But different dengan dividend and interest. Dividend interest kita kena letak. Ini yang penting. If you want to combine the rental together pun boleh juga, dapat terus jawapan 18,000, or you nak asingkan rental 10 months and then the advance rental ini ialah March until December. Ini January, February 2020. So this is the advance rental, 15,000 and 3,000. Quick rent and assessment. Penalty tak masuk Nampak dekat sini saya tak letak penalty kan? Sebab penalty is not deductible, so tak perlu letak penalty dekat sini. Because these two, ini ialah income tapi exempted. Kalau deposit itu bukan income pun, not taxable. Sebab tu kita tak masuk deposit dalam ni. Okay, Haikal, tak payah letak deposit Alright, so for quick rent and assessment, kita tengok agent fees dulu. Agent fees tadi it is mentioned in the question, agent fees is equivalent to 1 month rental. So 1 month rental kita is 1,500. Alright, look at quick rent and also assessment. If you look at the question, dia bagi dekat sini the rent, the quick rent and also the assessment is actually for 1 year. Kalau tengok soalan kita buat sebelum ni, the rental income yang saya bagi, memang rental dia start in January. Sekarang ni rental dia start in March. Ni tip dia. Okay, rental dia start in March. But the quick rent dia bayar in January. In January dia dah dapat income ke belum? Dia bayar je quick rent and assessment tu, tapi dia belum dapat rental income. So what we have to do here is, since dia belum dapat income lagi walaupun dia bayar untuk 1 tahun, we have to compute only for 10 months. So this should be 240 times 10 divided by 12, 200. Tambah dengan assessment. Assessment 1,700 darab 10 over 12. You tak boleh ambil the whole figure sebab dia bayar in January. Income dia in March. Boleh? Ini kita kena kira ikut bulan juga. But if you compare dengan the previous example, I know mesti kata, hari tu kita buat, kita ambil dia terus 1 year. Yes, sebab itu rental dia start in January. Income dia dapat in January. Dia macam ni tau. Your income ni, you nak tolak expenses ni, dia mesti date tu samalah. Sekarang ni income dia dapat March. Expenses dia bayar January. Tak boleh lah. Kalau income dia pun in January, then okay lah. Now cannot Kita kena apportion juga. So that will give us a total income of 101,283. Tak apa kalau jawapan you all lari sikit-sikit, at least you know kat mana yang salah tu or kat mana yang terbabas tu, that's fine Rather than you have no idea at all macam mana nak start, itu saya worry. Kalau dapat soalan macam ni, macam mana nak start soalan ni? Tak ada. You dah dapat soalan macam ni, kena bertenang dulu. And then tengok. You have to take out the information like here. This is not a comprehensive question tau. Kalau comprehensive yang macam saya bagi Mr. Mahin hari tu, itu ada semua. Alright, so this one is only on non-business income tapi ada sikit lah information on employment. Alright. You must remember kita belum buat business income In some question kalau you tengok orang yang sama ni dia ada business, dia kerja dapat gaji. Dalam 1 tahun tu dia kerja dulu dapat gaji and then dia berhenti, dia buat business pula. Dalam dia buat business dia ada rumah sewa, dia ada dividen, dia ada interest. Dia tulis buku, dia dapat royalty. It can be a lot of things in one question But soalan ni saya pendekkan lah because dalam ni saya nak tunjukkan when you combine employment and non-business income. Any question? Bila dah tengok jawapan macam senang je kan? Masa nak buat tu pening-pening fikir, betul tak? The word is not exempted, Haikal, untuk penalty. Penalty tu not allowed. Dia kalau dekat sini exemption hanya untuk income je. Here, what we have here, ini semua ni income Income. Income, yes, kita boleh pakai perkataan exempted. Bila sampai dekat sini, yang kita less ni, so kalau ingat hari tu waktu kelas saya gunakan the term sebagai allowable deduction or expenses. Dia bukan exemption. Exemption hanya untuk income. Sekarang kat bawah yang less ni, these are not income. These are deduction or expenses yang allowable. Penalty not allowed. All the denda whatever semua not allowed Okay. Sekejap Alright, those kalau ada yang termasuk dan terkeluar balik, you can try to sign in again using this link. Saya tak tahu my guru kita ni sometimes stable, sometimes not Okay, boleh. First advertisement. No, this is not advertisement. Dalam ni tak ada advertisement. Not advertisement. This is agent fee. Agent fee boleh tidak? Advertisement cannot. Sekarang dia ada mention tak dia advertise? Tak ada kan? It is not advertising cost. If let's say dia kata dia ambil agent dan dia, biasanya kalau dia tak ambil agent yang dia akan advertise, dan sekarang dia hire agent. Bila dia hire agent, agent fees is deductible. Boleh? Tolak approve donation. Okay. If look at the format, memang dia ada approve donations lah, but here dia tak ada Cost of advertising to obtain tenant tak sama. Cost of advertising, it will be mentioned as cost of advertising. Tengok balik example kita buat minggu lepas. Minggu lepas kita tak ada agent, tapi kita ada advertising cost kan? Advertising cost untuk first tenant tak boleh tolak. Untuk the next tenant baru boleh tolak. Tapi kalau dia hire agent, agent is an allowable expenses Agent boleh tolak. So kalau ikut your textbook mana bahagian rental dia? You memang kena baca line by line baru jumpa semua benda ni. So the attributable deduction, kalau tengok ni, sebab saya I use a lot of textbook but saya akan refer kepada our main text lah. Page 145 ni, kalau nak baca the attributable deduction ni, yang kita boleh tolak cost of rental collection, interest on loan, fire insurance, assessment, quick rent, cost of advertising to obtain tenants, renewal of tenancy agreement, pest control, sewage charges. Ini saya tak letak dalam kita punya notes the exemption on rental income, sebab sekarang ni kita punya rental semua mahal-mahal but you can read the explanation dalam textbook lah. Any other question untuk rental? Okay, saya lupa nak bagi tahu for taxation ni, you can go to ACCA website. dalam ACCA website tu dia ada past year's question and also solution. So you can try to answer the question, but until now, I think until up to now, tak semua soalan you all boleh attempt lah sebab kita banyak topik yang kita belum buat. For example, business income belum, capital allowance belum. But you can try and see macam mana soalan-soalan dalam ACCA tu. Sebab soalan apa yang ACCA belajar untuk module taxation sama je dengan content kita. Cuma dia ada combine text 2 lah. You all text 2 belum belajar lagi. So you can try to attempt those questions sebab dia ada solution sekali. So apa yang kita belajar, content kita sama je dengan ACCA tu. That is why we get exemption untuk paper taxation ni juga. So if you need more question, yang rasa nak soalan-soalan yang lebih mencabar, then you can go to ACCA website and look for past year's exam question. Saya ada download for this sekejap saya tengok ke ada yang dah try tengok soalan, ada tak? Right, so if you have no questions untuk Nobita ni, kita boleh proceed dengan personal relief and rebates. So for this topic, I really hope that you at least you get a chance to watch the video sebab saya tak plan nak go through slide by slide kita tak akan buat semua pun for today Saya akan cover up to child relief je untuk hari ni. And then the rest kita akan continue next week because like I said tajuk ni dia panjang. Alright, this is on your chapter 9 of your text. Dia, if you look at our textbook ni, the topik dia mesti sefah sikit susun because I follow the performa. Alright, so This is about like kalau kita boleh summarize what we have done so far. We have done employment income yang ada macam-macam tadi, the first tutorial question that we've done. And then next we have non-business income where we have all those dividend, interest, royalty, and also rental. Here we have personal reliefs and also rebates. So these reliefs and rebate will actually reduce your income and eventually will reduce your amount of tax payable. Okay. So it is given as a deduction. Again, this is personal relief and rebates are actually deductions from the total income. So if you go back to our non-business income questions, we have the final figure which is total income. So personal rebates come after that total income. So in when you arrive at total income, the next item that will be included in your tax computation is actually the personal relief before you arrive at the chargeable income. And remember, the personal relief and rebates are only applicable for residents. So the resident status computation is very important. But bila kita dah sampai this stage, whatever that you compute is actually for individual residents lah. That's why we can test a lot of things. For non-resident individual, it's a very straightforward situation. The tax rate pun fixed. Okay. Next, we have the format. Okay, again, I love to keep showing you the format of our computation. So that you know bila kita kira apa benda tu which part that the particular information belongs to. Alright, so this part kita belum buat, so don't worry, the business income will be done in 2 weeks time. We've done employment, dividend, interest, okay, non-business income, we have done rental, royalties and also others. Ini semua kita dah buat, banyak dah kita cover. And then here we have, if you have alright, so if you have a business, this is where we have to minus our business loss, but no, we don't. So let's approve donations kalau ada. So untuk soalan tadi tu tak ada approve donations. So kalau ada you nak include or tak nak pun, it's actually okay. So that will give us total income. This is where we stop masa kita buat non-business income tadi. So this is where reliefs come from. So we have done until total income, then we have relief to arrive at our chargeable income. And the tax payable will be computed based on our chargeable income. So actually, if you look at the computation, there is a lot of items that we can deduct that will eventually reduce your chargeable income. So when your chargeable income is reduced, your tax payable amount will also reduce. Okay, but if you get a higher chargeable income, then your tax payable will be higher. Alright. Okay, because this topic is about reliefs and rebates. So tadi I've shown you where we have relief. Alright, so relief is from total income, we get relief, so we get chargeable income. Rebates dekat bawah. Once we calculated the, remember here saya kata tadi the tax payable kan, when we finish calculating our tax payable, then only we can deduct our rebates. Rebates will reduce your tax payable. Rebate tempat dia bukan dekat atas. Dah habis kira tax dah, yang scale rate ni kita belum belajar, this will be the last thing nanti. Less rebates, then that will give you your net tax payable. No chargeable income for the year if total relief exceed total income. Kat sini. Sometimes, let's say your total income is 9,000, your relief is also 9,000. So chargeable income 0. Tak adalah. You won't be paying any taxes. And excess relief, let's say relief you banyak sangat, cannot be carried forward and no refund will be given. Alright, these are some of the personal reliefs. Okay, so this part ni, I actually don't expect you to memorize all the sections dekat sini because this one pun, if in the exam pun, the table will be provided for the relief ni, tak perlu hafal pun sebenarnya. But the relief ni keep changing. Kalau you tengok 2018 ada something yang berbeza dengan 2019. But for now, my question for now is, we actually focus on year assessment 2019. So whenever you do questions that I posted, kalau saya letak year assessment 2019, you have to go to lembaga hasil website and look at the table of relief for year assessment 2019. And trust me, those yang akan ambil paper ni taxation next year, kita akan pakai year assessment 2020. Year assessment 2020, this year, if you look at this year, because of this COVID-19 pandemic ni, the government announce macam-macam relief kalau tengok kan, macam-macam relief, macam-macam exemption. So the calculation of tax payable untuk year assessment 2020 will be very different. So lucky you, kita buat untuk 2019, masa tu tenang-tenang, aman-aman, tak ada apa-apa yang nothing much, not much changes. So these are the amount that kita akan pay attention to. But for if you want to compare 2020, dia lain lah. Alright, first of all, we have personal relief. This is for individuals. If you are a salaried individual or if you have income, you can get a personal relief of 9,000 per year for your own self. This is for your self-maintenance lah. 9,000 tak cukup sebenarnya 1 year. Medical treatment, special needs and carer expenses on parents. So if you pay hospitalization expenses, medicine punya expenses for your parents, you can claim up to 5,000. And if we purchase basic supporting equipment for self, wife, child or parent yang disabled, beli wheelchair semua tu, you can claim up to 6,000. Course fees, alright. So course fees ni hanya untuk postgraduate level. If you study masters or PhD using your own money, then you can claim for a relief of a maximum of 7,000. Serious disease, okay, some people unfortunately they have to suffer from serious illness, cancer and all those serious illness, and they have to incur a lot of costs, so they can claim up to 6,000 ringgit for serious disease. Kita ada jadual kalau you belajar insurance, kita ada basically 36, dia kata 36 critical illness. So serious disease ni termasuk 36 tu lah. You boleh google nanti bila-bila you boleh google critical illness. So itu illness yang termasuk dalam kategori ni. Alright, complete medical check-up for self, spouse and children. Okay, sometimes bila you nak masuk university or you nak masuk kerja, you have to perform a medical check-up. Alright, and you can actually claim up to 500 ringgit. Ini boleh campur sekali, self, spouse and also children. PTPTN, if your parents working and they actually save money in PTPTN, so they can claim up to 6,000 per year. So contribution, parental care, alright, so for parental care, ini tadi medical bawa pergi hospital, masuk hospital about the parents. Here dia panggil parental care, allowance yang dibagi setiap bulan tu. If you give money or you give allowance to your parents, you can claim up to maximum of 1,500. But ini kena apportion dengan adik-beradik yang lain. Sebab bila kita isi dalam sistem, you fill up your parents' name and also like you have brothers or sisters, they akan fill up the same parents' name lah. So dalam tu dah ada calculation dah. Let's say you are 4 siblings. 4 siblings ni 4 nak claim the parental care ni. So 1,500 ni dia bahagi pula lagi dengan 4 orang. So tak banyak that you can claim lah. Okay, individual lifestyle. Okay, individual lifestyle ni, ini saya just go through macam ni je. The details can be found in your textbook. So please read the detail. Kalau nak tahu the detail lagi apa individual lifestyle ni So dulu individual lifestyle ni tak ada starting 2018 dia ada individual lifestyle, maximum 2005. So if you purchase handphone, if you purchase magazine, if you purchase, if you become members in any gymnasium, ini semua termasuk dalam kategori individual lifestyle. But you can only claim up to 2,500 ringgit. Purchase of breastfeeding equipment, maximum 1,000 ringgit. Childcare fees to childcare center and kindergarten. Okay, ini those parents yang hantar anak pergi tadika, pergi taska. Boleh claim up to 1,000 ringgit. Deduction for wife, okay, ini kalau wife tak kerja can also deduct for wife or former wife, ex-wife pun boleh. Sometimes the court ask the person to pay alimony, bayar nafkah apa semua tu, itu boleh tolak. Former wife pun boleh. Kalau wife disabled, boleh tolak another 3,500 ringgit. Or wife assess in her own name 6,000 ringgit. Ini kita tengok nantilah joint assessment tu. Okay, the focus today would be on child relief. So child relief ni 2,000 per child untuk child yang below 18 years old. If the child is disabled, an unmarried child 6,000 kalau dia disabled. And 8,000 per child of 18 years and above, like you all semua above 18, so your parents can claim up to 8,000 per child kalau you all belajar dekat universities or local universities or similar establishment like polytechnics. Okay, so up to 8,000. But if you are doing matriculations or A-level, itu tak termasuk dalam kategori university. Kalau dekat belajar dekat tempat macam tu, dia consider sebagai dekat sekolah je, 2,000 per child. Insurance premium ini semua nanti kita boleh tengok later, but I really expect you to read everything ni. This is a summary of personal relief. Alright, so summary ni fortunately you do not have to memorize. Even for your exam pun you can access the type of relief and also the amount. Nampak tak yang susah kita dah bagi, maknanya soalan tu akan jadi lagi susah lah. Because this one dulu those days kita tak provide the table, but now kita provide lah the table. Alright, example 1, 2, 3 and also Encik Roslan. Ini if you watch the video, I already shared the, I better share my screen with you. Sekejap. Susah nak buka satu-satu macam ni. Alright, so this example is already in the video. So this is on example 1, 2 and 3 is on course fees. So the course fees kalau ikut dekat sini for year assessment 2018, maximum is 8,000. Even though this person spend 8,000, he will only be eligible for a deduction of maximum 7,000. And then this one, Mr. Arumugam, master's course with British University. Tak dapat sebab relief tak ada bagi kalau course tu pursuit institution was not recognised by Malaysian government. Okay, and number 3 is for Mr. John, pursue a Bachelor of Arts degree. Tak boleh. Dia buat master, after that dia buat master for 4,000. So relief hanya untuk master's program. Bachelor of Arts degree is not included in the selected field of study. So tak boleh. Right, so next example that I have here is Encik Roslan. This is on the child relief. Alright, so I really hope that you all go through the example untuk yang ni. Dah go through tak? If you go through this example, saya boleh go straight to our tutorial question je. Okay. So we can move on to straight to tutorial question sebab untuk yang example ni Encik Roslan ni is already covered in the notes. So kita tengok yang ni lah. Okay. Can you try this question? Tengok tutorial question 1 ni. We have your slide. We have here Encik Jaafar, 5 children. So first child 24 years old in 2019, final year student at UPSI. Child from previous marriage. Encik Jaafar incurred 3,600 for his child maintenance. And then kita ada second child dekat situ. 21, study at university juga. Third child got married in 2019. And fourth, 18 years old and disabled. Fifth child attending local secondary school. Alright, let's look at one by one. Okay, what do you think of the first child? How much is the relief given to Encik Jaafar? Anyone? 24 years old, final year student at UPSI. How much will be the tax relief for the first child? Alright, 8,000. Anyone else? You can just unmute your mic and answer. Alright, 8,000. So everybody agrees. So this one, the keyword here is regardless of how old is he. Alright, remember, kalau dekat university there is no age limit. Kalau kita tengok tadi, anak yang kena tanggung is yang below 18 je. Above 18, the parents tak boleh claim the relief dah. Below 18 je. Tapi sekarang ni dia more than 18 tapi dia belajar dekat university. Right, so you all are correct to dapat exemption of relief of 8,000. Ini bukan exemption, ini ialah relief. What about the second child? How much? What about the second child? 8,000 juga because dia pun study dekat university. Walaupun overseas and local sama 8,000. Dulu 6,000 je. 2018 dia increase to 8,000. What about the third child? Okay, another thing is that walaupun the father incurred 3,006 lah, 6,004 lah, ini semua tak penting. How much they incur is not important, it's not relevant pun. Kita just nak tengok anak tu belajar dekat mana je. Anak tu belajar, anak tu buat apa and how old is the child. Alright? What about the third one, the third child? How much is the relief? 31? Third child? Tak ada jawapan apa ni? Okay. 8,000, married, 8,000. No relief. Okay. Here, walaupun dia belajar dekat universiti, the keyword here ialah dia married. If she is 15 and she got married pun, the father cannot claim relief. Sebab married ni memang tak ada. Sebab dia married. Not 8,000. Married and belajar tak boleh. Once you get married, dah tak boleh dah. The father cannot claim relief for you. Okay? The rule of thumb untuk claim relief is actually below 18 years old and unmarried. Okay, ini dia punya basics lah. Basics for child relief is less than 18 years old and unmarried. Here dia married walaupun dia belajar kat universiti, no. Okay, boleh? Next one, fourth child. "18 years old and is disabled. During the year, Encik Jaafar incurred 4,000 to purchase a wheelchair and other necessary basic equipment for the child use." Alright, so here kita dah nampak dia disabled. So disabled 6,000. If right, if this child katakanlah umur dia 21, disabled tapi dia belajar di university, the father will get 6,000 for disabled child plus 8,000 kalau dia belajar dekat university. Here in the question it is not mentioned dia buat apa, it just mentioned that the child is disabled, so kita bagi dia 6,000 je. Okay, ni tak ada. Ni just to show you kalau dia belajar dekat university and disabled, the father akan dapat additional 8,000 lagi. Okay. What about the fifth child, the last one, attending a local secondary school? Yes, 2,000. So for the total child relief, you kena total lah the figure yang kita dah kira tadi. Anak suruh dia 8,000, 8,000. Anak third tu tak ada, this is first, second, third, fourth, 6,000, fifth, 2,000. Right, so total is right, right? So you should get 24,000. So in your calculation, you get this kind of question, tak boleh tulis kat tepi macam saya buat ni je lah. You have to total macam ni, because you want to know the total. Alright. Any question for this question 1, tutorial 1? So here kalau you tengok dia, the father incur 4,000 ini, so now we are only dealing with child relief, not other reliefs. But this 4,000 ni, it actually can be claimed under this one tadi. Purchase of basic supporting equipment ni, 6,000. Okay. So if you are calculating the total relief untuk Encik Jaafar ni, you can include 4,000 dekat dalam sini. But now kita tak ada, kita cuma nak kira the child relief je. Right? Next question. Mr. Chen, cuba kira. The tax relief for each children, right? Alright, so how much relief is for the first child? Ada relief tak untuk first child? Alright, so 16,000 is correct, Okay. So the first child, no, sebab dia married. Second, okay, university, 8,000. City college, but this is A-level equivalence. A-level tadi saya kata dia dikira sekolah, 2,000 je. And the last one, disabled and not studying, 6,000. So 8 plus 2 plus 6, you will get 16,000. Okay, what if the parents, the father ni dia ada anak more than 18 years old, not married, and stay with the parents? Dapat tak apa saya cakap? Let's say the father ni dia ada anak umur 21, unmarried, stay with parents. How come you said 2,000? Korang ke betul? Are you betul? No. Tak boleh 2,000 Ingat tadi saya cakap the basics dia mesti less than 18 untuk dapat 2,000 tu. Sekarang ni dia memang tak kahwin lagi. Then dia memang stay with parents, tapi tengok umur dia berapa. 21. More than 18, no relief. Yes. Oh. You cannot simply cakap 2,000 tak boleh. Dia kalau less than 18, yes. Less than 18, dia boleh dapat 2,000. Kalau dia sekolah, dia boleh dapat 6,000. Kalau dia disabled, dia boleh dapat 8,000. Kalau dia duduk kat universiti, sometimes less than 18, jaranglah nak duduk universiti kan. So sama ada 2,000 or 6,000 kalau disabled. More than 18, dia akan dapat 6,000 kalau dia duduk dekat universiti. Tapi kalau dia kahwin tak ada, kalau dia belajar pun, tengok kat mana dia belajar lah. So kalau dia more than 18 and dia belajar universiti, dia dapat, the parent will get 8,000. In this case, she is 21, unmarried, stay with parents. Walaupun the parents still maybe kita kata responsible for the child, but she or he is more than 18 years old, so yeah, no relief. Boleh, jangan tersalah not 2000 2000 hanya untuk less than 18.
Betul, kalau macam mana kalau dia macam more than 18 tapi dia ambil A-level je?
Jarang-jarang berlaku kan, but itu kalau more than 18 kira tak ada lah. Dia more than 18 hanya boleh belajar di universiti je boleh dapat 8000 tu. Belajar tempat lain tu tak ada. Sebab 2000 tu dikira less than 18 bawah 18. Full time in university, college or other higher education. So kalau dia more than 18, impossible lah dia nak duduk dekat metric dia kira full time in university. Kalau less than 18 memang akan dapat 2000 lah. Ini pun dulu back in 2015 dapat 1000 je, lagi teruk. Starting 2016 baru dapat 2000. And 2015 dulu untuk masuk university pun dapat 6000 je. So starting 2018 dapat 8000. So again, I would like to remind you, if let's say you ada buku lama or you ada past year's question, let's say you dapat from, I don't know, from your friends dekat you lain, past year's exam for year 2017 or 2016, jangan terkejut kalau the calculation for relief is different. Sebab relief ni dia ikut tahun. So now we are doing for 2019, so what I've shared with you here is actually the relief for 2019. Third child. Ini soalan lama ni. Yes, this one for 2019. Kita kena ikut the year assessment. This one should be year assessment 2019. Saya tak letak 2020 this is for 20. More than 18, disabled, unmarried. Kalau disabled, unmarried, memang 6000. Dia married je. The keyword here is married. If you're married, memang tak boleh claim. Married, belajar universiti ke, belajar sekolah ke, disabled ke, cannot claim. If the children is married. If not married, then boleh. Alright. So the first condition mesti unmarried. Disabled child study university 6000 plus 8000, 14000. Yes, correct. Okay, so the rules here, satu unmarried, satu lagi umur dia. And of course, satu lagi the disabled tu lah. Kalau disabled, dia physically or mentally physically or mentally disabled. Bukan physical je. Alright, any other questions untuk child relief ni? And untuk married tu tadi, like I said, even though he or she is 16, below 18, but he or she got married, itu pun the father or the mother cannot claim the relief. Yes, can I share with you? Okay, any other questions before we proceed? Alright, child relief ni, because like if you look at your own self, let's say you ada 3 or 4 siblings kan, and then your parents are working, married, disabled. No. Married tak boleh. Disabled hanya untuk the rules of thumb yang you kena follow, satu mesti unmarried, regardless of age. Married, lepas tu dia disabled, tak dapat. Tak boleh, the keyword is married. Married je tak ada. Disabled pun mesti unmarried. Married tak ada. Even duduk dekat universiti if married je batal terus. Even you study at a university, you are 20 years old, you kahwin. The parents cannot claim already the 8000 tu because you already married. No, mesti full time. Yes, married no relief. Macam kita selalu cakap kan, dah kahwin kan, so the husband will tanggung lah. So the parents tak ada apa-apa dah. Cannot claim for child relief. Walaupun in real life sometimes parents tu still tanggung but no relief for the parents. So kalau tengah belajar ni, you want to get married, then you have to think twice lah especially those yang parents masih lagi support but you want to get married, so the parents cannot claim the child relief. Ada lagi, yes. Conclusionnya married no relief. Less than 18 years old 2,000. Itu basic condition unless the child is disabled. Or, okay, lagi satu if you look at the example, saya share sekali lagi dekat sini I think this one kot. Okay, Encik Roslan ni. Kalau you tengok the first child, dia kata kerja. After finishing his law degree, he lives at home with his parents. Dia kerja tapi tinggal dengan parents. Tak boleh lah sebab dia dah kerja. The second one doing his A-level. So A-level kita tahu walaupun the father spend banyak untuk dia, but dia buat A-level in London. A-level hanya untuk A-level dia kira bukan university, so dia dapat normal relief je 2,000. The third child full-time school, full-time from home. Okay, umur dia still schooling so normal relief 2,000. The fourth child physically disabled and stays at home. So the fourth child akan dapat 6,000. Okay. The fifth child, okay. Alright. So this is different. The fifth child ni dia kata study, but dia receive 2,000 from her grandfather's estate. Atuk dia kaya, so atuk dia support dia, bagi dia 2,000 from the estate so dia dapat 2,000. So kalau macam ni, the father tak boleh claim the relief sebab anak dia dapat 2,000 from the grandfather. So income from grandfather's estate exceed child relief tu. So child relief dia 2,000, estate pun dia dapat 2,000, so tak boleh claim lah. Sixth child, nursery classes from home. Nampak tak? Dia sekolah tak kisah dia homeschooling ataupun dia pergi sekolah asalkan dia bersekolah. And below 18 years old, the father or the mother will get normal relief of 2,000. And the seventh child, okay, ini pun special Born on August 2016, passed away on 1st September 2018. Right, ni soalan lama saya ambil soalan lama ni for year assessment 2018. Nampak tak? In year 2018, the child is still alive. He or she passed away in September. But the parents can claim full relief because the argument is that the child was alive during the basis period 2018. If the child passed away in 2017, kita pula tengah buat year assessment 2018, then the parents cannot claim. But now dia untuk year assessment 2018 for the basis period, the child is still alive, so the parents can claim the 2,000 relief. Boleh? Okay. Contoh lain untuk contoh ni dalam video. So those yang dah tengok video tu jumpalah the example sebab saya tak share the contoh lain untuk fifth child. Soalan mana ni? So you have to go back to my video. Example ni saya dah discuss dalam video tu. I go through the example dalam video. Sebab tu dalam slide ni saya just prepare the tutorial question je because I expect you to watch the video dulu so that you have some idea bila kita buat tutorial question ni. Okay. Contoh lain untuk fifth child mana? Yang tadi ke? This one. Yang mati tu. Alright, I also included in your Google Classroom ni, kita ada Mr. Vincent Chin. Ini saya ambil dari textbook. But this one sebab dia dah ada solution. Saya letak sekali dengan solution. But when you want to study this question, please ignore the business source dulu. Kita tak boleh buat semua lagi. You will not be able to calculate everything here because you have to exclude the business source part ni sebab kita belum buat business income. What you can do is this one, the employment income. The number 2 tak boleh, business income Number 3 boleh, royalty. Miscellaneous income boleh, dividend interest boleh. And dia kata dia kahwin to Patricia, tax resident who is physically disabled after suffering a stroke. Sedih cerita dia. 2 unmarried children of their own, 1 legally adopted child. Anak angkat pun boleh claim relief ni kena baca buku lah. So untuk soalan ni, the part yang starting from number 3 ni, information ni semua je boleh pakai. and also the first part yang dia kerja ni, compensation for loss of employment ni. Alright, so tapi this one kita tak boleh kira sampai habis lah lagi sebab saya belum cover the assessment sebab ni separate assessment. Alright, but you can try to look at the computation lah, macam mana kita akan buat the tax computation. So this would be our ultimate output for this course to make sure that you are able to compute up to chargeable income. Okay, sampai sini lah, sampai tax payable. Okay, panjang kalau tengok soalan personal relief and rebates ni, the personal taxation ni, calculation ni is quite long. Alright, before I proceed, I would like to share with you the tax planning for child relief. Right, like I said, you can compare or you can look at your own self, macam mana, how many siblings you have, and then bila macam tu, the tax planning ni, sometimes when both husband and wife are actually working and they actually have to plan. Let's say the family, they have 4 children. So adakah the husband will take all 4 child relief, or adakah the wife will take all 4 child relief, or do they have to divide? Seorang ambil 2, seorang ambil 1, seorang lagi ambil 3. That is the tax planning. Which means once the wife or the husband claim relief in respect of a child, the husband or the wife cannot claim child relief on the same child. Like this one, kita tengah kira the husband yang claim the child relief. Which means the wife, walaupun wife tu ada income sendiri, the wife cannot claim for child relief. Seorang je yang boleh claim untuk satu anak. Okay? Where there is more than one child, husband and wife may plan to allocate the number of child relief to be claimed by each person. So where the husband is not working, which means where the husband does not have income, so the wife akan claim the child relief. Alright, back to the 5th child. Alright, grandfather estate, dia dapat allowance dari atuk dia or dari pakcik dia. Okay, the question should be, saya copy from buku je. Let's say dia dapat, sekarang ni the child relief for school going children is 2,000. Let's say atuk dia bagi dia allowance 4,000. More than the child relief tu. So the father cannot claim the child relief sebab anak tu dah dapat dari tempat lain. Dia actually bila the parents nak claim for child relief, parents tu mestilah tanggung anak tu. Kalau orang lain yang tanggung anak tu, the parents cannot claim for child relief. Which means the maintenance of the children tu is the parents' responsibility. So sekarang ni dia tak bayar pun kan, the grandfather yang bagi duit. So that is why dia tak boleh claim for the child relief. Okay, boleh? So a child dalam ni, yes, tak boleh. Let's say anak tu duduk dengan atuk dia, memang parents tak tanggung pun kan. So kalau ikutkan by right tak boleh lah. Sebab dia syarat dia mesti pay for the maintenance, mesti bayar, mesti the parents yang tanggung. Tengoklah anak tu bawah tanggungan siapa. Dia untuk child, dia ialah legitimate child, okay, or step child, anak tiri pun boleh, ataupun anak angkat. The stepchild or the adopted child pun can be either. Sometimes orang ni dia remarry, dapat scholarship boleh. Scholarship tak kira. I think ada satu soalan kat sini ke? Saya tak sure. Dalam ni soalan mana kita buat dia dapat scholarship tu Is it in the slide? Yes. Tak apa, dapat scholarship tak apa. Scholarship bukan dikira scholarship ataupun kita panggil loan itu tak apa. Regardless of scholarship or not. Tu specialnya belajar universiti ni, the parents akan dapat relief banyak. Dapat scholarship boleh. Look at this slide. Nampak? Anak ni on a government scholarship. Still dapat 8,000. Okay, boleh? Regardless of dapat scholarship ataupun tidak. Dia belajar dekat universiti je, the parents akan dapat relief. itu anak tu dikira full time dekat universiti. Okay, any other questions? Because you have to remember kalau dekat universiti umur tak penting dah. You are 26 pun, if you are still studying in the university and unmarried, memang the parents akan claim 8,000 tu. But if you are married, habislah. Umur 15 pun the parents cannot claim already. Ada yang tanya saya hari tu, ada maximum numbers of children tak? Tak ada. Let's say the family tu anak dia ada 14 orang, so they can claim untuk 14 tu. Tak ada restriction. No maximum Not restricted. As long as they fulfill the requirement untuk dapat relief tu lah. Dia belajar kat universiti, dia sekolah, dia disable, dia belum kahwin. Tak kisah berapa belas pun boleh claim. Tak ada restriction Any other question? I expect you to go through this example so that we can discuss next week. This one full saya letak personal example full ni This one. So you all boleh cuba dulu tengok this one, the calculation dia, and then here if we look at the child relief mana child relief dia. Right, kita tengok untuk child relief dia. Yang lain tu you can go back and check the answer nanti Okay, so Vincent married to Patricia, tax resident, 2 unmarried children of their own and 1 legally adopted child. The eldest son, Robin, 22, pursuing engineering degree in the US, while the daughter, Rosalie, 19, degree course in Taiwan. Okay. Adopted daughter, Trisha, studying in a local secondary school. Okay, dia siap bagi tahu Vincent's father receive pension, stay with him. Okay. Kita tengok bawah ni. Alright, relief. Self 9,000. Ini untuk diri sendiri memang ada sebab hari ni kita buat children je. So the first one and the second one tadi belajar dekat university, so 8,000, 8,000. The third one dia kata sekolah 2,000. Alright, lifestyle relief ni if we look at here, kita baca lah, you have to read and highlight apa yang dia spend. Mana lifestyle dia? Pension, annuity, institution, ada rental. This is a very good example sebab semua benda dia dump dalam ni. So later on we still have time, we all boleh go through this example. Mana lifestyle tadi? How much is the lifestyle dia? $1,007. And then sini ada PTPTN And then the parental care. Nampak tadi dia kata the father duduk dengan dia. Alright, so the father duduk dengan dia. So walaupun the father tu dapat pension, tapi this Vincent dia boleh claim parental care tadi up to 1,500. Right, so dalam ni dia tak ada, the question is not that complicated lah, dia tak ada bagi tahu dia ada berapa sibling yang claim but in this case dia kata father duduk dengan dia, so dia boleh claim up to 1,500 National Education Savings. Okay. Nampak? Dia deposit 8,000 into PTPTN, tapi you kena tengok balik the table tu. Untuk PTPTN, the amount, here dia bayar 8,000 dia tanggung 8,000, but the amount that can be claim for relief is only 6,000. Nampak? So the 2,000 tu tak boleh lah. The maximum is 6,000. Sama juga dengan parental care ni, 1,500 ni is the maximum. Kat dalam ni dia tak ada mention berapa banyak dia bayar. So kita boleh terus ambil the maximum lah. Saya tak nampak tu lifestyle relief ni. Sekejap tengok dulu. Ni bonus. Betul-betul interest. Here. Vincent spent 1,700 on books which he is able to produce receipts. Okay, so beli buku termasuk dalam lifestyle. Beli handphone, beli komputer semua termasuk dalam lifestyle. But in this example, dia hanya beli buku amounted to 1,700. Siapa ingat tadi lifestyle relief berapa ribu? So here they spend 1,700, so dia hanya boleh claim 1,700 lah. Okay, you cannot claim more than whatever you spend. Siapa ingat lifestyle relief tadi berapa ribu? Right, 2,500 Okay. This one, this part. Okay. So untuk self, first of all, when you compute the personal relief macam calculation Mr. Vincent, you always have to start with self. Okay, diri sendiri dulu. And then wife. Sekarang ni tadi Vincent ni wife dia disable Wife dia disable. Tapi mana soalan? I think this is separate assessment. Yes, separate assessment. This is the keyword. Kalau dia kata separate assessment, which means you have to separately assess Vincent satu calculation, Patricia satu calculation. Kalau you jumpa dalam ni dia kata joint assessment. So Vincent kena combine dengan Patricia, kita akan dapat satu tax payable computation. But here separate assessment. So here dia dah assume kat sini child relief will be claimed by Vincent Chin. So if you have this kind of question, especially under separate assessment, dia akan mention anak siapa yang claim. So the particular child will be in the father or mother's calculation lah. So here dia dah mention kat sini child relief claimed by Vincent. That is why the child relief, now kita tengah tengok Vincent Vincent. So the child relief is under Vincent. Bila kita pergi dekat Patricia tadi, dia tak ada anak lah. Sebab husband yang ambil. Tapi dia disable Patricia ni dia disable. So dia boleh dapat self 9,000 plus sendiri punya disabled person 6,000. Sebab kalau kita buat joint assessment, nanti kita buat next week on the separate assessment ni, the husband akan claim lah untuk wife tu. But here the wife tu claim untuk diri sendiri sebab dia buat separate assessment, assess separately. Dia biasanya in what circumstances that we decide for separate or joint assessment is actually kita tengok income tu. Kalau dua-dua orang ada income, kita akan separately assess. Kalau the wife tak ada income or the husband tak ada income, kita akan pilih orang yang ada income tu untuk kita buat tax payable. Okay. Any question? Okay, this one for life insurance premium. Okay, ini pun special sikit if you look at this slide ni. Tadi kita buat child relief, ini life insurance premium. Okay, contoh dekat sini life insurance premium ni kalau you ada takaful ke apa ke, you bayar untuk life insurance In this case, Mr. Lim ni dia bayar 3,000 untuk life insurance premium dan dia contribute 4,800 untuk EPF. Okay. Dalam example ni saya bagi year assessment 2018. Lain sikit year assessment 2018 maximum dia 6,000. But year assessment 2019 maximum insurance premium plus EPF is 7,000. So maximum insurance premium yang boleh claim is 3,000. EPF yang dia boleh claim in this case is only 4,000. Okay, walaupun dia incur this cost, dia tak boleh claim semua. Dia tak boleh dapat relief untuk semua. Okay, dekat sini. Alright, Mr. Mahir ni pun personal relief page 287 ni you can refer to your textbook juga So we will continue with separate assessment next week. And also kalau boleh saya plan untuk tengok at least satu soalan yang komprehensif yang macam Vincent tu, but I hope that when you go back apa kan memang kat rumah kan. I hope you have time untuk go through the example tu, and if you have question then we can discuss next week. Ini pun saya dah cukup 2 hours ni. Any questions for today's session? Ada soalan tak? But today my focus is more on the child relief lah. Ada soalan? Any question? No question. Okay. The rest of you ada soalan? Okay, alright. So if you have no questions, kat tutorial semua mostly dah hantar. So I will see you again on Sunday for your exam. So kita akan start at 9 maybe saya akan bagi 5 minutes lah. So please be ready before 9. Questions will be posted on section basis, modular basis. So which means saya akan post question 1A dulu and give you time to answer, and I will post question 1B, question 1C and so on. Okay, so I really hope that you have a good internet access for your exam. And at the end of the 2-hour period tu, the maximum time yang saya bagi is 2 hours lah untuk jawab dan untuk upload your answers. So saya akan, I already schedule the exam dalam Google Classroom, and you can snap a picture of your answers and upload dalam Google Classroom tu. Alright, topik yang pun macam yang saya beritahu lah, introduction, resident status and also employment income. 2 questions sahaja, tapi ada subsection. Alright, so if you have no question, thank you very much. Yes, betul Haikal. 9 pagi jangan bangun lambat Sunday. So we still have 1 hour to go, but I will end our mid session now. Kalau ada apa-apa, you can post the question dekat WhatsApp group. Kita boleh continue dekat our WhatsApp group. Sebab kalau ikutkan our session until 11 so I still have 1 hour with you. So if you have any questions or ada kemusykilan whatever, you can ask dekat kita WhatsApp lah kita continue dekat WhatsApp group. So thank you very much everyone. Stay safe, jangan merayau. Ni our Menteri Pak Long Mail cakap kawalan kendiri so whenever you go, please make sure you wear mask, you sanitize and keep social distancing. Alright, stay safe. Thank you very much. You can leave the class now. And I will post the recordings later. So those of you rasa nak ulang balik tengok, nak repeat, then boleh. Alright, thank you. Take care. You're welcome. Jangan lupa go through example Vincent and Mr. Mahin tu. At least bila you dah baca, dah dapat the idea, tahulah apa soalan nak tanya. Okay, thank you.